Good morning, everyone, from the Costa del Sol. It's a little cooler this morning than normal. In the middle of my early morning run, thought I would take a break to do this video for you. So, when I decided to commit myself to getting healthy and staying healthy, the first thing I did is research for about 4 months. Reading articles, interviewing people who have, gotten healthy and stayed healthy. And the articles, there was so much information, conflicting information. So I started relying on evidence from people who have lost weight and kept it off and stayed healthy. And what I didn't believe, what is the truth, is weight loss comes down to calories. And that's also from later becoming a personal trainer and all the science in the National Academy of Sports Medicine. No matter what you choose to follow, no matter what plan, diet, whatever, in a nutshell, it all comes down to calories. So if you're in calorie surplus, more calories than your body needs, you'll gain weight. 3,500 calories equals a pound. And I didn't believe it. And then I started doing it. And it worked. So there's apps that are free. I happen to have used MyFitnessPal. They're not sponsoring this. They don't even know who I am. But I use MyFitnessPal to track my calories. It really helped me a lot. And that's what I did. So in the beginning, it was all nutrition, calories. And later, I decided to add in some aerobic activity to speed my metabolism up to get to my calorie goals faster. And let me tell you a pitfall that I fell into, and that was, in the beginning, I had my calories so low, I was starving, and I really wasn't seeing the weight loss, and I couldn't understand why. So I thought, well, here's another thing that doesn't work. And I went to a couple people who have done it, and they're like, how many calories do you have it at? And I told them, and they're like, your calories are too low, your body's starving. So it's going to slow your metabolism down to protect you. So it didn't make any sense to me. I thought less calories means lose more weight, but it needs to be a very reasonable deficit, usually 500 calorie deficit a day, and not much more. And so when I increased my calories, where I was only at a 500 calorie deficit, the weight just melted off, kept coming off. I thought this isn't going to last, and it never ended. I lost 60 pounds, 4 months, counting calories. So I can talk to you if you have questions about different diets and things like that. I've done thousands of hours of research on nutrition and health along with my wife, and we research it every day, and I pretty much know the pros and cons of every kind of diet and why it works and doesn't work. It all boils down to calories. So there's your step one. I did the research. If you trust me and believe me, which I hope you will, then know that that is the key. Make sure your calories at a mild deficit. And things that will help you along the way is staying properly hydrated and learning about food. There's foods that are calorie rich and nutrient deplete, and then there's the opposite, foods that are nutrient dense and calorie deplete, and those are the foods you want to eat. And if you're not going to want to hear it, but it's the truth, Lots of vegetables, lots of fruits. Nuts are healthy for you, but they're also high calorie. So those are an example of high nutrient and high calorie. So I learned a lot about food and changed the way that I eat several times, and maintaining a healthy weight. And I'll talk more about that later. But the key, count your calories. Trust me, it works. And aerobic activity just speeds your metabolism up to increase that, and make that happen faster. It's also good for your heart and your health. But we'll talk more about exercise and fitness later. And I think that's a good amount of information for today's video. And we'll end with a little look around me at the coast of Spain. Have a good day and see you tomorrow.